Our top story this morning on Weather Nation continues to be the rain that we are seeing across Southern California. It is going to be something that we are monitoring for the rest of your afternoon, and we're going to continue to watch the possibility of more flooding rains push into the region even as we head a little bit deeper into this afternoon and evening. But the bulk of the heavy rain is starting to come to an end here, and you know what we are going to be talking is more heavy rain possible, but also the possibility of more water rescues having to be done. On the phone joining us is David Hegner. He is going to be joining us coming up within the hour. We've been talking to him also throughout the day today, and he has been saying that the roads have been closed. He was stuck on the 101 as well because of that heavy rain, because of the mudslides, because of all of the debris that is covering the roads now because of that heavy rain. A look at that Viper radar. San Francisco right here for reference. Also down towards Fresno, Bakersfield, a lot of rain heading up the I-5 right now. This is moderate to heavy downpours falling at a rate of about a ½ inch to an inch per hour, and that's exactly what moved over Santa Barbara County, Ventura County, and down towards LA County earlier. That's this band right here that has now crossed over I-5 and is heading over into the Sierra Nevada. But you can see the spin of this system moving on towards Lompoc and Santa Maria, but this is now moving into an area of Las Vegas where they have also picked up an extreme amount of rain in a short amount of time, leading to some flooding right along the Vegas Strip. Because of this system, we definitely do have some more flood watches and warnings to go, but eventually once this moves into the Rocky Mountains, you can already see that happening right now. We're going to be talking about the winter side of the system. Before then, we are looking at Mammoth Lakes down towards Lone Pine, flash flood watches in place through the rest of the evening. Also still talking about those flash flood warnings for Santa Barbara, Ventura counties, and also right around LA County. A flash flood watch remains in place through the rest of this afternoon. We mentioned this is eventually going to be turning into a snowy system. It has already done so in places like Jackson, Wyoming. Let's bring you up into portions of the state and look at that. Yeah, we do have a fresh blanket of snow that's covering everything there in Jackson. Of course, Jackson Hole Ski Resort, some of the mountains off in the distance, you are going to be picking up on maybe more than 2 feet of snow as the system moves into your area. Let's give you an idea of what's going to be happening. And this low pressure system is going to be sitting over California for quite some time, but eventually it's going to get picked up by some upper level energy and move over the Four Corners and into the high plains. So what that's going to do is bring more moisture into the Four Corners area, which is some good news. Some wraparound winds going to be bringing some isolated showers and storms into the LA area throughout the rest of the afternoon. But also I want to talk about Phoenix and Flagstaff, an area that hasn't seen rain in almost 3 months, likely to pick up on some rain today. And maybe as the system pulls in some colder air, we're going to be watching it actually change over to some snow. Flagstaff, a normally pretty snowy city, hasn't seen a single flake this entire year. Now, a lot of that energy started to dissipate as it moved into the Four Corners, but the low pressure system is going to redevelop in the Four Corners region and then tap into the energy with this cold front. Well, as both of these systems come together, we're going to see it evolve into a winter storm for us. Now, before that happens, we're expecting still about another 1 to 3 inches of rain possible for Southern California. And for some of the higher terrain, it's going to be 6 to 12 inches of snow that we're going to watch fall across portions of Utah as well as Colorado. But that system, again, I want to talk about that a little bit more in depth, because look at how the snow is breaking out from essentially the eastern plains of Colorado all the way up into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. What this is doing is bringing in a lot of moisture from the south, but also wrapping in behind that is a lot of very cold air, and that collision of air masses is what's going to create possibly some blizzard conditions for the central and high plains, but also just create the system which is going to be deepening throughout the next couple of days, eventually exiting in through the Great Lakes. And this is also going to bring some heavy snow to the UP of Michigan and some more rain to areas around Ohio and Tennessee and mid-Mississippi Valley. You can also see that once this cold air meshes up with this moisture, we could be talking about an icy scenario from Nashville maybe up towards Columbus, and it's going to be that distinguishing line of where we see that transition from rain to snow. Where that sets up is where we are going to have to watch pretty closely. But again, this point in time is Friday, so we have plenty of time to watch this, and we're going to be watching it very carefully for you at home. In anticipation of this, the National Weather Service has already issued winter storm watches, winter storm warnings, and winter storm advisories for the areas expected to see snow, as well as 40 to 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts. We'll keep you updated on this. We want to take you out to Nashville, Tennessee, one place that is very dreary this morning. A little bit of low-hanging fog still hanging out with us in Syracuse. We are talking about you and how much snow you could see within the next coming days. Stay with us.